The introduction of technologies like the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the INEC result viewing portal, IREV, has marked a turning point in Nigeria's electoral process. While BVAS has largely worked well in curbing voter fraud and improving accreditation, the IREV faced relatively significant challenges, issues such as delayed upload of results, poor internet connectivity in remote communities, and questions about data security or integrity have weakened public confidence in the platform. With the 2027 general elections on the horizon, the debate is no longer about whether technology is needed, but how it can be deployed more effectively, safeguarded from technical lapses, and trusted by all stakeholders. The real question is, can Nigeria effectively utilize election technology to deliver on the promise of free, fair, and credible elections? I am Izangwa Wagu. Welcome to the Electoral Reform Half Hour on NTA News 24 Abuja. This program is brought to you by the Peering Advocacy and Advancement Center in Africa with support from MacArthur Foundation. Today, on our program today, our guest is Dr. Lawrence Kayode. He is the Director of ICT, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Dr. Bayode brings over 20 years of experience within the commission, overseeing technological backbone of elections in Nigeria, including robust systems like the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the INEC result viewing portal, IREV. He has been at the forefront of driving Nigeria's election technology, championing the BVAS, clarifying the role of IREV, and advocating greater transparency and data security in the country's electoral process. I want to welcome you, Dr. Bayode, to the program tonight.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ezenwa.
Congratulations on the just concluded by-elections across the country. How do you feel?
Yeah, for now we feel relaxed, and thank you for congratulating the commission. But I can tell you that we feel relaxed now, and every lesson learned will be implemented for the upcoming off-cycle election in Anambra.
Did you experience any network connection connectivity challenges and machine malfunctions or delays that stood out, and how do you think that might impact 2027?
We saw minor itches, network dips rare, machines delayed there, but these issues were quickly fixed, and lessons from these tailing into 2027, it's very, very clear, just for us to more backup machines, faster response to issues that will be available on ground, and the stronger support teams that will be deployed for that election.
Yeah, so IREV was the conversation in 2023, and it was so much that it became some kind of sore point for many of the conversations around the elections. Did you face any key challenges in these by-elections? And what lessons have you learned, if there are any?
Not really. We in 2023, just like you said, we had the issue then was temporary and technical, and that issue was fixed on the day. And since then, we've learned our lessons, and that is why recently, and every election conducted after the 2023 general election, the IREV has been working optimally, because the lesson we learned from that challenge in 2023, we have ensured that we learn from that lesson. And based on
we've been trying to explain IREV, to people and what it means. And some have tagged us friend of the commission because of how much we've put into that. But you are here now, just in a few minutes. What is IREV and what does it do?
I think the reason why you've taken it upon yourself to do that is because you have also listened to the commission. Maybe you've listened carefully to what I'm about to say now. That is why you've taken it upon yourself to advocate for the IREV. Like I've said in so many fora, the IREV is not a result collation system. The IREV is not a system that allows the presiding officer at the polling unit on the day of election to upload result real time to that system so that electorate can view result of polling unit on the day of election. That is what the IREV is designed to do. IREV is not designed to collect results.
So what was the misunderstanding in 2023?
Yeah.
Why was it an issue?
Yeah, misunderstanding was because the electorate felt that the IREV is going to be a collation system.
They said INEC told them it was going to be so.
Well, I was part of those who came on a program like this to talk about IREV. And I can't remember telling the populace that the IREV will be a collation system.
Okay, away from that, like the voter registration exercise, the virtual one commenced last week.
Yes, on the
18th, and then on Monday we'll start the physical one.
The physical one, yeah.
And I know that there's a statement that came from the commission talking about the number of Nigerians who have registered virtually and would be completing their can you run us through what has happened and what significant difference? I know I tell people that you are the man behind. You are like the cook. The commission is the waiter. They serve what you cook. Can you put us through the success that I hear that you've made? What's the story and what is behind it?
Let me at this time appreciate the chairman for his visionary leadership, because it is during his under his watch that this great technology was implemented by the commission. It was implemented in 2020, and since then we've been deploying this technology. For this season, as we speak, as at 12 a.m. This morning, we've been able to, there's more than a million.
A million people?
A million, yes.
I've registered virtually online.
I've been able to hit the system online.
Wow.
So we are waiting for these people to go to the centers, the physical centers, to complete their registration. And out of this number, we have female 522801, which is about 52%.
52% of women?
Yes. No, 52% of the total.
Total, okay.
Who are registered on the portal.
Okay.
And male is 482249.
So there are more women registering?
Yes, now. And out of these, we have the young people taking the lead, about 62%. When I say young people, I mean from the age of 18 to 34. We have them taking the lead. We have that number as at this morning, 12 a.m., 626,895. As at this morning.
What does that tell you?
It shows that young people are more frequent on the portal than we also have other age group. Like I'm just telling you that the young people are hitting the portal more than the other age groups.
So, but what we've always had is, excitement about registration, but turnout becomes a challenge. I don't want you to go there because that may not be your challenge. But why do you think you have 97 point something million, 93 million people on the voters roll before this voter registration process, and then you have 21% turnout during election.
I think both the commission and I think all stakeholders have role to play when it comes to this. I think we are doing our bit when it comes to talking to electorate to come out and vote. We have the department, the voter education and publicity department that handle this area for the commission. I think all other stakeholders too they have role to play, talking to people to come out and vote. Even before now, in those days when we go to monitor election, we have seen on the day of election people playing football on the road. So, like I said, I think all hands have to be on deck. Yeah, the commission, all stakeholders. I think we need to keep talking to those people. And some people will say the issue of trust. Yeah, we keep doing our best to ensure that whatever we do, people trust what the commission is also doing. Yeah.
At the last civil society engagement with the commission, there was a document that was, given out that had the 2015 to 2025 that had very significant issues around, contribution on innovations and improvements technologically that has happened. Which of these, or which of them stand out for you in terms of being revolutionary in the contribution for change that we have seen from the commission?
This commission have done, when it comes to innovations and when it comes to using technology to support the electoral process, I can tell you that this commission have done wonderfully well. Under this chairman, the commission has implemented more than 20 technologies.
20 technological
more than 20
innovations.
Yes, and this innovation are just a lasting legacy. For us in ICT, we have said to ourselves, this legacy has to be defended, it has to be sustained. More than 20 technologies to support the electoral process. And for me, two technology that is standing out is when we look at our electronic voting system. The commission has 4 components in this electronic voting system. We have the registration, we have the accreditation of voters, and we have the result upload. Then the last one is the balloting itself. And this commission has been able to consolidate 3 of these 4 major components. The voter registration, that's why you see people can go online now to pre-register. They go to the centers to complete their registration. For accreditation, the commission has been able to deploy technology, what we refer to as beavers, to carry out voter accreditation. Then the high-ref to upload results to the beavers also upload. It's called the beavers. It's also used to upload results to the high-ref. So the only one technology that is remaining to be implemented out of these 4 major components of the EVS, electronic voting system of the commission, is the balloting, which people refer to as voting machine.
Okay.
But we need, just like the chairman will say, we need to consolidate these three and put them in a box. So we are waiting for a time when all these 3 components will be put in a box and the commission will present what we refer to as electronic.
We're going to go on a short break, but when we return, I will want you to talk us through. We saw a number of primaries happened. There were not a lot of substitution, and I knew that there was something that happened that made that possible, where we are not getting noise about substitution, about all of that. But we'll go on this break now. Electoral Reform Half Hour continues shortly. Stay with us. Glad to have you back. We're still speaking with Dr. Lawrence Bayode, Director of ICT, INEC. Like I was, asking before we went on the break, thinking about it, before now, once there are primaries, politicians besiege INEC for substitution and all of that. But I heard there is something you guys threw into the mix that's radically changed all of that.
Yeah, that's a portal also implemented by this commission. INEC is called INEC Candidate Nomination Portal.
Portal, okay.
Yes, so this portal will not allow what you have just said. Before now, the noise is about this changing of candidate's name, but the portal will not allow you to do that. Everything that you need to do, instead of you bringing paper, jamming INEC with a lot of papers, you just go to the portal, upload the names of your candidate. As a political party, you upload the names, and what the system does is it's for you to, when the staff of the commission from the election party monitoring department, when they monitor any primaries, what they do, they report from that primary, they upload the name of the candidate that emerged as a winner from the primary
into the app,
into the system.
Okay.
So there is no way you can change that system, except if it is officially done by the party. So the name is uploaded. So for example, if ABC is the winner of a primary during a primary election, and the system is known to ABC, there is no way you can come and change it to CDE. Okay. So that's what the system does, and it's been very helpful to the commission and the political parties.
Why are you not telling these stories? Why are you quiet about innovations like this? As simple as it looks, it's resolved
a lot of issues.
A lot of issues, litigations, and I think that Nigerians will be interested in these kind of conversations. But let me go back to the big challenge of connectivity. I have you here today. It's not easy to get the director of ICT come around for programs like this. This challenge of connectivity, especially in the remote, is there something that needs to happen to get it much better in 2027? And how can you also bridge the divide between the urban and the backwater communities?
Currently we are collaborating with the National Communication Commission and the mobile network operators to extend network coverage to this area. And aside that, the commission is also not also thinking about it. We are already deploying satellite devices to some of these areas where we don't have network coverage. And in all of this, plus we are also ensuring that our systems can also operate offline. For example, the accreditation technology operates offline. The result upload system also operates offline, so that as soon as you live where you don't have network coverage, as soon as you get into an area where you have network coverage, the result that you have uploaded, sync automatically. So we are working on all this, and we believe that all this will help us in 2027.
There has not been a lot of conversation from the Commission on what will be done to improve the challenge that IRF faced. And why I say so is because the hit on anyone who understands the IRF and is pushing it, public trust is still very fragile. What can we do to improve real-time transmission, if that is possible? Real-time, Is it upload now or transmission? Real time?
It's upload. Yes, the commission still calls this an upload. But by the time all these components are, like I said earlier, we are looking at consolidating these components of the electronic voting system. By the time they are consolidated and put into a box, then we now begin to talk of a result and transmission. But what we currently do now, it's result upload. And for, I think the commission in the 2023 general election report, the commission came out clearly to state what really happened in 2023. So it's just left for people to believe what the commission is saying. People come out with their mindset that, and I sit down here to say it was not a manipulation. It was temporal and a technical glitch. And on the day, we were able to fix this glitch. And like I said earlier, we have learned from it. For some of us, when we had, even though we were panicked at the time, and that's why I love the courage of the chairman, because after everything, he called us together. Because we felt that it was an attack on the system when this issue initially, because prior to the election, a lot of intelligence were coming. The system will be hacked. This will be done. When you finish your system, maybe months to the election, you could freeze the system. And intelligence comes from the above that this intelligence that the system will be hacked. We have to go back to the system, reverse the freezing. We kept working on the system just to improve the security until a few days to the election, which is not supposed to be. But when the issue came on that evening of 2023, we panicked. We felt it was an attack. But again, after everything, when we did everything that we need to do, it was discovered that because before, yes, it came, we thought it was an attack. We first of all, as a system person, what you need to do is to block the system from any person to be able to reach the system. But again, when we discovered that it wasn't an attack, we panicked though. And I love the chairman's advice to us. The next time, don't panic. But like I said, we have learned from it, and we moved on. We've moved on from that, and we just conducted election into 16 constituency.
That's almost like 2 governorship elections.
And that is the election. That is the way the RF worked for you. You can't just say because it's a general election. When you are configuring the IRF system, for example, on that day, we configured more than 400 elections. Because you need to configure election for all the House of Reps, which is about 360. You configure elections for all the senatorial district, which is about 109. Then you now configure for the presidential. So
I was reading statements by some political parties asking INEC to postpone election in, I think it was in Kano or somewhere, some of the parties. But fortunately, IREV was already, the results were already uploaded. And so you can't, I think that's one very important value of the
commission. That is the sweet thing the IRF can do for you. And just, unfortunately, people go to the IRF, use it to their own advantage. But when the thing is not in their favor, they use the IRF to also pull down the commission.
This is where we would draw the curtain on today's episode of Electoral Reform Half Hour, and we wish to specially thank Dr. Lawrence Bayode for your time and contribution on the program. It was a pleasure having you, sir. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Electoral Reform Half Hour is brought to you by Peering Advocacy and Advancement Center in Africa, PACA, with sponsorship from MacArthur Foundation. We are live every Saturday from 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. with a repeat program every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. on same station. I am Ezenwawagu. Thank you for watching.